Welcome to Toni Unleashed, the podcast, where I unleash the truth about all things pets. My research and anecdotal evidence, paired with expert interviews, will help your pet thrive. I'm here to answer questions, share insights, and spread awareness about what's really going on in the world of pets. I'm Toni Shelaske with 25 years of experience in the pet space. Welcome to the show. Hello, and welcome to Toni Unleashed. I am thrilled today to have Carissa Neary and Melissa Parker. Carissa is with GRIN. GRIN stands for Golden Retriever in Need, and she is also a volunteer with Liam Search and Rescue. Melissa Parker is here with Liam Search and Rescue. Carissa looped, begged, pleaded, and pulled Melissa into this conversation today. So welcome to both of you.
Thank you for having us.
You're welcome. I think we're going to have a fun conversation. So I first want to talk about Golden Retrievers in Need. So Carissa, how did you get involved with Golden Retrievers in Need?
I have a golden. Actually, I have two now. But my first one, I wanted to start being more involved. There's a golden retriever social group in Pittsburgh, and then I found out about GRIN, and I said, that's right up my alley. So I started to do social media content writing for them, and then I became a foster home and a foster fail twice. And now I have a GRIN dog and another one, or another
Now,
golden.
GRIN is not originated in Pittsburgh, correct?
No. So they're based in Cleveland, Ohio, but we are extending our roots into the Pittsburgh area, serving Allegheny, Beaver, Butler, Lawrence, and a few other counties in Western Pennsylvania, depending on our volunteer capacity, because all of our dogs and foster home, adoptive homes go through like an evaluation just to make sure that they're fit to care for the dog, that they have friendly dogs, etc. So as long as we have volunteers, we are making ourselves more known within Pittsburgh area.
So even though Cleveland and Pittsburgh are kind of rivals, we're accepting GRIN, a Cleveland-based rescue. Isn't that good of us?
Yeah, I appreciate it. You too.
Okay, so you had sent me some stats that I am going to read. Sorry to my listeners, but you have to hear all of this. So I'm going to start kind of backwards because they estimate that GRIN has rescued from the beginning of time through June 6th, 4,763 golden retrievers. That's amazing. And so is it just full-bred golden retrievers, or do you do mixed golden retrievers? Like, is there a line, or what's the deal there?
So we do golden retrievers, golden mixes, golden doodles, and we also have the occasional like Bernese Mountain Dog and different breeds depending on case-by-case scenarios. So recently we had a Sheltie and a golden that were a bonded pair, and then we had, I believe, a Saint Bernard, and it was heartworm positive, so they couldn't pass and go through state lines to another rescue. So GRIN will step in and help other breeds as well, but our focus is golden retrievers and golden mixes, doodles.
Got it. Okay. And the fiscal year, so July 1st, 2025 through May 31st, 2025, 162 dogs have been helped, basically saved, 54 from puppy mills, and 66 owner surrenders. And owner surrenders happen for a multitude of reasons. I mean, even, a senior passing or a senior going into a nursing home, or, there's so many reasons that it's not just a bad pet parent, right? There are circumstances sometimes. Or if a dog needs an expensive surgery and the owner can't afford it, a lot of times they will surrender their dog, right?
Absolutely. And GRIN steps in and takes care of those dogs. On average, the medical expense per one dog is over $1,600 to get them all vetted and checked out and get the care that they need upon intake.
And GRIN relies 100% on donations?
Donation and volunteers. Yes.
donation and volunteers and fosters. Well, fosters and
Yeah.
volunteers, but yeah. So if anybody listening wants to foster a golden retriever mix, golden doodle, we have a place for you. You are very welcome at GRIN. GRIN is on track to spend $360,000 this fiscal year. Holy shit. And you don't even have, there's no physical location, right? There's no physical shelter anywhere. This is all foster based.
Yeah, so it is all foster based. We don't have like a shelter or location. What happens is when someone gets, surrenders their dog or it's a breeder relinquishment, comes in from the shelter, they'll go to our partnering vet hospital. The dog will be evaluated and checked out. And in the interim, our foster coordinators are working to make sure there's a foster home placement. And essentially, the foster goes and picks up the dog and then they come home with them. In the case of Pennsylvania, I was welcomed to the opportunity of a transporter because the first dog I got was in the middle of a snowstorm, very, very bad predicted snowstorm. And I was like, I don't know if I can make it there. But they were even looking to meet me with the dog so that we could get him home and also keep each of us safe.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay, so $1,600 per dog. That's amazing. 30, so GRIN has been a 501c3 for 33 years. That's amazing. That has to be like, that's amazing. That's really amazing. 33 years. I mean, a lot of them are 10 years and younger. So, okay. Well,
They've
and
been
then,
around for
okay. So then how did you get involved with Liam Search and Rescue?
Honestly, I don't know. I started coming to Melissa's like Canine Academy for my golden because I wanted her to do service work, be a therapy dog. We were looking to pass our therapy dog test, and then Melissa was saying about search and rescue and how it's a great experience, and I said, I want to bond with my dog more. This sounds great.
So Melissa suckered you into it.
Indirectly, yeah.
Yes. Like, you don't even know what happens.
So I didn't know, Melissa, you also have a canine academy?
I do, yes. Basic obedience, some behavioral training, one-on-one privates for what
Nice.
people need. Yeah. So,
Nice. Okay. And how did you get involved with Liam Search and Rescue?
oh boy, that starts a long time ago. So when my husband and I, our son grew up and he left for the military, I was looking to then turn my time into volunteering in our community. And so this wasn't quite what I had in mind, but here we are. My thought was I'm going to go to a soup kitchen and volunteer or something in that aspect. And I stumbled into search and rescue, and then I stumbled into canine search and rescue. And as we grew and as I grew, there's a large hole in the Beaver Lawrence County area.
Huh.
Teams are pretty far away, so when something happens, getting help here was taking significant amount of time. So I dreamed big and started Liam Search and Rescue, and we've grown. We've been inception since 2022. And in that short time, we've grown so much and have gathered so many dedicated members to our team that work hard every week to serve the
So
community.
it is Liam Search and Rescue a 501c3 as well?
Yes, yes, we are.
Huh.
So
Okay.
we rely on fundraising, donations, and then at the end of the day, we end up paying for our certificate, like our training that we need to go certify. We require third-party certifications.
Hmm.
We pride ourselves on being very professional for our community in their time of need. So we do require our members to get third-party certifications. They don't get to do things just because they're a part of a team or they're my friend or however that they
Yeah.
work. So
So how often are are there needs for a search and rescue?
so in the year 2025, Our team alone has been out 16 times.
Wow.
So
Already.
already. So they can be quick searches, they can be multi-day searches. And when you get into multi-day searches, that takes a lot of resources, just a lot of time. These people dedicate and donate their time, these members. They gave up, just recently, they gave up their whole weekend to helping find a missing person. Actually, two missing persons.
Is
So
it typically missing people?
it's always missing people. There are specialized groups that find missing pets, but our dogs are only certified and trained for.
And are they also cadaver dogs? So, in other
Yes.
words, can they find a living human and a human that has passed?
We do have specialized dogs that there are some who do find living, and we do have cadaver dogs on our team. And I know that's a morbid topic, but it is so important to provide closure to family and friends. They deserve that. And
For sure.
it's an honor to be able to do that for them.
Yeah. So, I think the average person doesn't realize that people go missing. You know what I mean? Like, my mom had Alzheimer's and she lived a long time with it. And, but that's commonly a case. Like, someone with Alzheimer's just will start to wander. Someone with schizophrenia, will wander. And
Absolutely.
I mean, I remember my dad, because he took care of my mom at home way longer than he should have, which is common.
Very common.
Right? So, but he had the lock on the inside of the door, like that you'd have to hit a keypad to open it, so she couldn't get out.
Right.
So, do you? I mean, do you have a story or that really hit you or anything like that, or
So I can't share details for privacy,
for
obviously,
sure?
but bringing home missing children in those Alzheimer patients are so important to us. And it just
Yeah.
means so much to see the family relieved and everybody reunited back together.
Yeah. So, okay, so a person goes missing. What happens? They call 911 and then police dispatch you. Like, how does it happen?
So somebody goes missing, they do call 911. We don't go out on the request of a family. We insist that police be involved because you just never know what's going on
Sure.
there.
Sure.
So police, fire chiefs, they will call us out and we work together with them side by side to do our best and find that missing person and get them back home with their family.
And then once you get the call, Melissa, do you then contact all of your volunteers, or do you have volunteers like on call shifts, or how does that work?
No. So we all have jobs which allow us to do this
Yeah.
important work for our community. So a lot of times it's a balance of who's available. So one of us will get the call. We then alert a team with the pertinent information. And then we hope there's enough people to get there and get started. And then the rest of us can join after work. Or, we may be out somewhere with family and need to get home and get our gear, get changed,
Yeah.
and grab our canines. So there is a little bit of a delay there. We try to minimize that delay as much as possible. A lot of us ride around with cars full of gear and a backpack full of clothes so we can change wherever we're at, but you still got to get your dog at some point.
So years ago, I had an employee that was certified in search and rescue. Her dogs, and she had like a Subaru Outback or something, and she always had her gear with her, and she had like a sticker on the back that said search and rescue dog. Like she was all in. She was very dedicated.
I think all of us are like that. We don't want to delay any type of opportunity. So We all drive big SUVs and look like we're homeless because all our gear is out in our car, and we don't go anywhere without it. I drive a 7-passenger vehicle and can barely haul one passenger with me because it's full of gear and crates for
Huh.
our dogs and fans for our dogs and water and all kinds of things.
So it's kind of like being a fireman. You never know when you're going to get the call. You don't know
Absolutely.
how bad the situation is going to be, how long you're going to be gone.
Absolutely.
You just
We were
don't
gone
know.
Friday around 2:30 and we wrapped it up Sunday evening. We covered a call here in our area, and then while we were on this call, one of our mutual aid teams were called back to their area up north for a missing person. So they went, and a couple of us were freed up to go with them and support them. So,
And will you work in shifts when it's that long so that you guys can sleep in your cars or something? Or how does that,
right.
and get food and,
If you're close to home, you can run back home and sleep. We try to foster good relationships with other search and rescue teams so that we can call on them to relieve us and then we can come back and continue. And we do work in shifts so that we're fresh and we're all doing our best job possible. If you get far away from home, if you want a hotel, that's going to be on you. So a lot of us, I've slept in my car just to catch a little bit of shut eye. Not pay for a hotel room. So
yeah.
that's up to you how you handle that.
Layla, that's enough. So stop. That's enough. I have, I have a really nice bedspread. So this is my studio. It's attached to like a bedroom. And you know how they nest?
Oh, yes.
And she has pulled like a few of the yarns out of this really cool bedspread that I love. And Layla, that's enough. Lay down. That's enough. Anyhow, so this is why I have a sound engineer because I have a fucking puppy. And she's still doing it. She's still doing it. Anyhow, okay. So Liam Search and Rescue is also completely reliant on donations.
Yes.
Is that correct? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Carissa, how many search and rescues have you been on?
Myself,
Yeah.
I feel like I went to 3 this year and 1
Okay.
last.
And how many dogs do you have?
I have 2. The one is
Two.
certified, the one is in training.
Got
My
it.
green one is
Okay.
in training.
Melissa, how many dogs do you have?
I currently have 2 certified.
2 certified. Okay. And I'm assuming you can certify search and rescue dogs as well.
I
Correct?
can, but I do not certify my own team. They are required to go to somebody else and get certified.
Oh, cool.
So we recently had an event, a certifying event in November of 2024. And we brought in 2 ladies that none of us had ever met before. They were from a national organization. And we set up a pretty big testing event, couple day event to get everybody through. So,
Awesome.
yeah.
Awesome. Okay. I had no idea how this was going to pan out, but I love how it's coming all together. What else do I need to know about GRIN? What else do I need to know about Liam Search and Rescue?
Gosh, I don't know.
So, GRIN, what's GRIN's website? Do you know?
Yeah, absolutely. It is
Okay.
www.grinrescue.org.
www.grinrescue.org.
Yep.
And are they active on social media?
Yes, we are. On social
Oh, because you
media.
do it.
Yes. I only do the Sunday intake series and some medical updates. But it is Grin Rescue on Instagram. On Facebook, it is also Grin Rescue, just periods in between Grin.
Okay. And Melissa, How about you? What's the website for Liam Search and Rescue?
So we don't currently have a website. We do have Facebook, and we are Liam Search and Rescue on Facebook.
Liam, Liam, as in Mary, Search and Rescue on Facebook.
Yes.
How many followers do you have?
Do you know?
It's like 1,100 something,
Okay.
1,147, I want to say.
Okay.
She
We're
also
growing.
helps us with our social media.
Yeah, I
I
do.
get it. Carissa does a lot.
She does a lot, and we're so
She's
thankful for her.
Melissa, how many volunteers do you have?
Currently, our team has 14 members. Not all are canine handlers, some are ground crew. That is super important also. We have 8 certified dogs and 4 dogs working towards their certification, and we're hoping by the end of this year, those 4 dogs will also be certified.
So, ground crew being like just support.
So ground searching is just as important as our canine searching. So they're looking for clues, they're looking for footprints. We have a member
Oh,
who is certified for man tracking. So there's a lot that they can do also. And
I would
then
track a man. How do I mean, tell me more.
well, that's not my specialty, so I don't talk to them well, but they're looking for the little things, the leaves, the blades of grass that are broken, what direction are they broken, to try to get directions of travel on people. So they're very helpful. They're very detail oriented type people.
Wow.
We have people and we need people who work in our base, so operations and planning people. There's a lot that goes on in a base operations to make the field operations successful, and it's such an important piece of search and rescue.
Hmm.
It's hard to get people in base. Everybody wants to be in the field doing something.
And then
Wow.
our base operations also have been working remotely. If our
Yeah.
team can't be there,
Yeah.
they might be making maps or just helping with communications.
And most recently, you were out from Friday until Sunday.
Yes. So we had lots of help, lots of fire department, our
Yeah.
mutual aid partners in search and rescue. We
Yeah.
did have lots of help that we are so thankful for, and that's why it's so important to foster good relationships and train together so that you know how things work between the teams. And
That's the key to life, I think, is fostering good relationships. And no matter what you do.
absolutely.
Yep. Yep. Okay. So I am going to have all of the links in the show notes so that anybody listening can find more information about GRIN and find more information about Liam Search and Rescue. And I can't thank you both enough for doing what you do. Like, it's amazing. I mean, talk about a commitment. It's a serious commitment.
It is. Our volunteers, just like GRIN volunteers, they put in so much of their
Yeah.
own time and every weekend doing something.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, over 4,000 dogs with GRIN have been helped. It's amazing. 4,763.
And that number has, I believe, increased after COVID. Like it was lower numbers, and then COVID came, and that next year they saw an increase there too, because everyone's returning to work and all that jazz.
Yeah, I don't think people realized, I don't think people still realize, even though the shelters were emptied out during COVID, they just filled right back up
Oh
a
yeah.
year later.
We have
So,
like Grin works with partnering shelters, and if they get a goal, then it's not uncommon for them to reach out to see if there's a placement.
yeah.
Sometimes Grin also has like a wait list for dogs that are looking to come in that we can't help immediately because we don't have the foster home. So they might be waiting for a week or two before that we could finally like get them in for the help that they need.
Well, and the thing with golden retrievers, I mean, they have such a great reputation, and they're such a loving breed, and everyone loves the Goldens. You know what I mean? So, and people get these puppies and then they're like, oh shit. They have no idea. They have no idea. I mean, I'm a dog person, been a dog person pretty much my whole life, training, all the shit, know so much stuff. And I have a foster fail, Layla, who just is trying to destroy like one of my favorite bedspreads. And not that it matters, it's so trivial, but you know what I mean. Like
Yeah.
you buy nice things and then, but even for me, like, because she was a humane case pull, her mom was. So her mom was put in foster and had her puppies in a foster home. And then the puppies, of course, stayed with her till they were 8 weeks old. And then I picked her up right after she was spayed, sadly, at 8 weeks old. And I was fostering her. And the executive director of the shelter, I told her, I said, okay, I'm ready to foster. I just don't want a puppy. And that's that's my only thing. And she called me and she said, Toni, I got this litter of puppies and they're Great Danes. And I said, I don't want a puppy. And she said, I promise you, you'll only have this puppy for like 2 or 3 weeks. Puppies go quick. And I failed. So, and it is so challenging. Layla is now 16 months old and she's still a fucking challenge. And she will be for at least probably another year. I'm going to start, I threaten her, I say, I'm going to feed you kibbles and bits. Because I feed her really well. So I'm going to feed her shit so that she doesn't have any energy. Ugh. So that's what happens is, we get these, great ideas and we think it's going to be great. And we don't, as humans, think it through, how much work goes into having a puppy. And it's a lot of work. I think it's more work than having a kid because you can reason with a child once they get to a certain age. You cannot reason with a dog. It's a completely different language, right? So, and then don't even get me started on golden doodles.
I'm thinking of the reasoning I do with mine all the time.
You think
Yeah.
you just talk.
The text that I send Melissa and I go, they just ate 2 bananas with the peels. What do I do?
Peel, really? Yeah, it's
Had
like
a 6 avocado accident, ate 6 avocados. And how do you reason with that?
you don't reason with that.
No.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Avocados is on the toxic list, but I disagree with that. So,
Seeing how we were fine, I might disagree with
yeah,
that too.
yeah, I
Golden
disagree with that.
retrievers are made of a different stock. I've
Yeah,
come to this conclusion.
yeah, yeah, yeah. They really are sweet. They really are. But no matter what breed, dogs are a ton of work for their entire life. So, oh, she got up. Okay, so I'm done babbling. Is there anything I missed? Anything that either of you wanted to touch on?
The only thing that I want to put out there is that these search and rescue people dedicate so much of their time and such
Yeah.
hard work.
Yeah.
Every weekend they're training, they're doing things during the week to set themselves up successfully for training. This is their passion and they're here to serve their community. So they deserve recognition, and this team has really grown, and every day I'm proud of how hard each and every one of them work and what they've
Yeah.
succeeded in done in their short time of search and rescue.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's a very impressive commitment, and my brain just went straight to like it's like a fire person, or whatever we call them these days. But you know what I mean, like that. It's completely volunteer.
It is, and we expect so much other training out of them besides their canine training. It takes a lot of their time up, and They just do a really great job of dedicating their time.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think the
Well,
only thing that I'd want to mention for GRIN too is that they
mhm.
have a foster to adopt program. So all of our adoptable dogs are vetted and placed with family based on what their foster home reports, like if it's an active dog or needs a calmer environment, no kids. And that's how they place adoptions. And then they'll do like meet and greets to make sure it's successful. But we have a foster to adopt program that is in the similar capacity. The individual is going in with just the intention of fostering with the opportunity to adopt. So they have that first right of refusal to say like, yeah, I want to keep them. But the intention there is to eventually say, yep, they're up for us. We're going to adopt them. So our adoption coordinators do a really good job at finding those placements.
Awesome. So, and will Grin dogs be on Pet Finder?
I don't believe they are.
No. Okay.
No, we primarily put them on our social media pages, and then you could find them on our website directly
Okay.
because GRIN only does the Ohio, Pennsylvania service area. So if we cannot like meet the requirements or there's no volunteers, then no one could adopt or foster within that. So we have a lot of requests normally from Michigan. Um, like I live right really close, could I adopt? And the answer is no, because we need to have those volunteers be able to go out to your house and to do this meet and greet. And that's just one of the requirements that GRIN has to keep everyone.
Sure. That makes sense. That makes sense. Well, I thank you both for being on. I thank you both for your dedication and commitment to saving dogs, saving people, and just having that vision to do more for the world. So I think you're both great.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Oh my gosh, I'm thrilled to have you on, and I love to share stories like this and make people aware of, real life shit. It's important. So, thank you both.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Okay, bye for now.
Bye.